Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard the shocking news of the South Korean president declaring martial law and quickly lifting it a few hours later. But even in its short existence, the world, including the entertainment industry, was shaken to its core, with actors and other influential people taking to social media to protest against their leader. The chaos was set off by none other than President Yoon Suk Yeol, who managed to win the elections in 2022 by a thread, scraping his way into office when no one expected it. From the moment he took office, his presidency has been nothing short of a dumpster fire, plagued by scandal after scandal. To make matters worse, he couldn't get anything done because the National Assembly, controlled by the opposition Democratic Party, blocked his every move. Things got so messy that the president's political opponents were already talking about impeaching him. Although things weren't going smoothly to begin with, it all got a lot more complicated on December 3rd, which was a night straight out of a dystopian drama for South Koreans. While many were already in bed, President Yoon went on national TV to declare martial law in the country, essentially replacing the government with military rule. The announcement hit South Korea like a truck, throwing the nation into chaos and even sparking immediate outrage all over the world. Within hours of the shocking announcement, the streets surrounding the National Assembly were flooded with furious protesters. People from all paths of life came together, their voices united in one demand: an end to the president's authoritarian move. Signs, chants, and an overwhelming wave of determined people roamed the streets of Seoul, showing the raw power of collective resistance. Meanwhile, inside the National Assembly, a dramatic showdown was taking place. Against all odds, 190 lawmakers managed to break through the military blockade and come together for an emergency session. Somehow, they managed to cast a unanimous vote to overturn martial law and restore democracy. As the protesters got more restless and the parliament unanimously voted against his authoritarian choice, the pressure on President Yoon became unbearable. By the early hours of December 4th, he had no choice but to give in, lifting martial law and withdrawing the military. While relief could be felt throughout the whole nation, the chaos left South Koreans questioning the fragility of their democracy and what might lie ahead of them. It's safe to say that this incident made President Yoon even more unpopular than he already was. In an attempt to salvage what was left of his career, Yoon issued an apology on national television, which marked his first public appearance since martial law was lifted. Bowing to the nation, he expressed regret for his irrational and desperate decision, acknowledging the shock and fear it caused. Moreover, he pledged not to impose martial law again and promised to face any legal or political consequences for his actions. He even left the issue of his term in office to his party, signaling his willingness to step down early if necessary. Despite his apology, the political fallout was immediate and severe. The Democratic Party pushed forward with impeachment proceedings, accusing Yoon of being a dangerous risk to South Korea's democracy. However, the vote narrowly failed, falling 5 votes short of the required 2/3 majority. For many, the failed impeachment vote only deepened frustrations. Outside the National Assembly, protesters filled the streets with tens of thousands demanding Yoon's resignation. It isn't only regular people who are speaking up against him. Even the entertainment industry has been loud and clear. Many famous actors took to social media to express their disbelief, while some even were there while it all went down. Actor Park Ho-san, one of the most outspoken critics, did not hold back. In a harsh Instagram post, he condemned the declaration of martial law, comparing it to the dark days of the 1980s dictatorship, a time many South Koreans hoped was long behind them. Veteran actor Kim Ki-chon also spoke out strongly, calling the martial law declaration a treachery. Actress Kim Ji-woo shared this shock, saying she couldn't believe what was happening. Similarly, Kang Song-yeon was emotional, saying she felt angry, sad, and scared while also feeling guilty about the situation. She added that she deeply hoped for a brighter future for the country. That wasn't all, because Park Myung-soo, usually known for his humor, shared how the crisis deeply affected him. He admitted he couldn't sleep and found the situation to be mind-boggling. While he chose not to say much about the chaos that happened, he expressed his intention to speak more once things had settled, reflecting the unease many South Koreans felt. While most celebrities chose to protest from afar using their platforms, actor Lee Kwan Hoon was right in the middle of it all. Before his acting career in dramas like Road No. 1 and Big Issue, Kwan Hoon was a sergeant in the elite 707 Special Mission Group, known for taking on some of the toughest missions in the military. That night, it's safe to say his military instincts kicked in. Without hesitating, he joined the massive crowd of protesters at the National Assembly, standing shoulder to shoulder with everyday citizens. When tensions increased, he approached the troops surrounding the building, introduced himself as a former sergeant, and urged them to stay calm and avoid using force. His cool-headedness and bravery in such a heated moment made a huge impact on everyone there, both on the ground and watching from home. South Korea continued to protest even after martial law was lifted on December 4th, and the entertainment world didn't stay silent either. On December 7th, some of the biggest names in Korean pop culture, Son Ye-jin, Jang Ji-hyun, Kang Dong-won, Moon So-ri, and even legendary director Bong Joon-ho came together for one bold reason: to demand President Yoon's impeachment and arrest. These icons of film and television, along with 2,500 other industry professionals and over 77 entertainment organizations, signed a powerful joint letter. The message was clear: Yoon and those responsible for martial law were criminals who needed to face justice. The letter called for his immediate suspension from office, impeachment, and arrest, insisting that removing him from a place of power was the first step to restoring order and dignity to South Korea. Making their demands even more straightforward, they wrote, "If impeachment is the fastest way, then we should choose impeachment, and if there is another way to remove him from office, then we should find the fastest way." This unprecedented show of unity from the entertainment world sent shockwaves through the country. Celebrities who typically avoided controversial topics to protect their careers were now at the forefront of the battle, their voices louder than ever as they called for accountability and justice. The political crisis reached its peak on December 7th when a massive protest erupted near the National Assembly in Seoul. While the police estimated the crowd to be around 107,000 people, organizers claimed it was closer to 1 million. Many of our favorite actors and actresses were also present, showing that this wasn't the time to stay home. Actress Go Ah-sung shared her journey to the protest on Instagram, captioning a photo with, "Not because I hate Korea, because I need to save Korea." Her words resonated with many, highlighting a deep sense of patriotism driving these demonstrations. Ok Jaeon also took to Instagram, posting an image of the protest scene and describing it as small yet numerous lights. Even harsher was Shin So-yeol, who directly criticized the MPs of the People Power Party for abstaining from the impeachment vote. Sharing photos from the protest, she wrote, "Please vote. How could this happen?" Just like the others, actress Go Min-shi posted a story on Instagram to let the world know she was participating. Similarly, Lee El documented her involvement by posting a photo of herself heading to the protest, writing, "Warmed up," and heading back to the National Assembly. Her determination reflected the unbreakable spirit of the demonstrators. The protest near the National Assembly reached a whole new level, with the determination of Jin Ho-eun, a beloved actor from Love in the Big City. Ho-eun's commitment to the movement didn't just make headlines, it inspired countless others. Starting his protest at 3 a.m., he stayed with the demonstrators for an exhausting 8 hours, rallying until 11 a.m. Despite the long day, he went straight to his part-time job at 2 p.m., just 3 hours after leaving the protest. But even after he finished working, Ho-eun's day wasn't done. As soon as his shift ended, he rejoined the protest that evening, sharing a picture of himself heading back to the rally at midnight. His actions sent a powerful message: every voice matters, no matter how small or tired. Through his Instagram, Ho-eun posted photos of the protest, using the popular candlelight emoji to symbolize solidarity with the movement. His caption summed up his attitude towards these protests, saying, "My voice may be small, but I want to help." For many, Ho-eun became a symbol of resilience, proving that even amidst a busy schedule, standing up for justice and democracy is possible. Despite the massive turnout and high-profile support, the impeachment motion against President Yoon was dismissed due to a lack of votes following a boycott by the People Power Party. However, this isn't stopping the citizens of South Korea from continuing to protest. Among the voices calling for change is Squid Game creator Hwang Dong-hyuk. At a press event for Squid Game 2, Dong-hyuk used his platform to speak out about the current political crisis, criticizing President Yoon for declaring martial law. He called it a dangerous misuse of power and said the government must take responsibility. Dong-hyuk urged citizens to keep using their voices, saying that change can only happen if people stand together. He also drew comparisons between Squid Game and the current situation in South Korea, pointing out how the show's themes of inequality and struggle feel eerily similar to real life.